All right, guys, quick little Wolfmaro update. I just wired in a dual relay setup. That way I can utilize my trans brake when I'm at the track. So before, I couldn't use my trans brake, so I was foot braking the car and it was hurting my 60 bad. But I noticed whenever I was using the trans brake and I had my nitrous on a button on my steering wheel, I could leave harder. Now, it's like whenever I try to leave on just a brake, that converter, my motor ain't strong enough to push through that converter. My car leaves like a dud. So what I just done, like I said, I wired in a dual relay. I'm about to show y'all that right now. And before all y'all wiring gurus come for me in the comments asking me why I use masking tape on my wires, the masking tape is on the wires because I got them all labeled. That way I know which wire goes where. Just in case I have to pull this back out, I know exactly where everything goes. So once I fold this carpet back, you'll never see it. Look at that. I mean, you can kind of see a wire here hanging down, you know. But hey, you can't see it from eye level. Look at it. This is my first time wiring in some relays, especially dual relays. So my relay here on the left, it goes to the actual solenoid on the transmission. And one of the wires go to the transmission ground. I got one wire that goes to my momentary switch right here. Whenever I use the trans brake button, it closes the circuit. That way I have power to my relays, and my relays will keep my nitrous solenoid from spraying nitrous into the motor while I'm on the trans brake. So I can hold the throttle to the floor, and this right here will not work as long as I have the trans brake button pushed down. But once I release the trans brake, it automatically sends power back to my nitrous solenoid. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you on the inside. So I'm not gonna crank the car out because it's like 1:30 in the morning, and I really don't want to make my neighbors mad. I'm pretty sure they was mad at me earlier because I started the car at like 11:30 because I had to turn it around in the garage. But that's neither here nor there. So I'm confident that my two-step is going to work because when I press the trans brake button, watch this. See how the light flashes? That lets me know like it's getting power. So that's the two-step. I go here and this turns on the power to my nitrous solenoid. Now watch this. You hear the nitrous solenoid when I press the throttle? Okay, so whenever I push this trans brake button, it closes the circuit. Watch this. So now, whenever I push the throttle to the floor, you hear it? It's not clicking. But now you can hear the nitrous solenoid kick in as soon as I let go of the trans brake button. I think wiring this button the way I got it wired in, I think it's going to work a whole lot better because now the car is going to be 100% consistent. So whatever I set my two-step launch RPM, it's going to leave it at same RPM every single time. So I don't have to sit here and worry about feathering the throttle or none of that craziness. I should have been done this, but man, trying to find diagrams online, it can get confusing. But I found this one diagram. I'm going to put it up here somewhere so y'all can see which diagram I was referring off of, because it was another diagram that I seen online, but that diagram, it had me all mixed up. I worked out here in this car, I think Saturday, I worked out here for like 6 hours trying to figure out this wiring, and I could not get it, and I just gave up. And I was out here and I was testing the wires, and one of my wires on my trans brake button touched my shifter. It arced, popped the fuse. So I didn't know it popped the fuse. I thought it messed up the solenoid on the transmission. So I said, man, you know what? I'll worry about it another day. I talked to my tuner today, and he told me, he was like, hey, man, you probably popped a fuse. So when I checked the fuse, sure enough, it was a 25 amp. So I went on ahead and replaced that fuse, and I got all this stuff wired up. Everything's working great. Planning on going to the racetrack on this coming Sunday. So when y'all see this video, today, right now, it's technically Tuesday morning, but this coming Sunday, I think it is March the 10th, or I think it's the 10th or 11th. Hey, whichever one is the Sunday, that's the day we're going to Piedmont Drag Strip. So if y'all are out there at Piedmont, y'all see us out there, we don't mind if you stop over there in the pits and holler at us. Hey, we don't bite. But yeah, like I said, a quick little update. Thank you for watching, and we will catch y'all in the next upload.